Hello fellow shape enthusiasts, welcome back to another episode of Shapes 2. In the last episode we had just unlocked Milestone 6 and that allowed us to get trains, and we've been trying to figure out how to use trains to optimize our base. The trains are definitely very helpful because they don't take up your limited platform tiles. That allows you to transport materials from much further away without draining all your platforms. But we had a little problem, and that, if you notice here, our train cargo loader is currently only utilizing what looks like one of three of its rails, right? And if you notice the, you can't see, but if you look at your train, it has three cargo sections as well, and there's three sort of conveyor belts. So the question is, how do we get these items that are coming from here onto the other ramps? And there doesn't seem to be an obvious way, but I have figured it out, because you're going to have an issue with your trains, and that is, you see all these little breaks in here, because it's not really loading it in the most efficient way possible. So let's remedy that at the start of this episode before we carry on. So if you tilt your screen into 3D mode, you'll notice these ramps are actually on different levels. And if you look at the back of your loader, you can see currently all of our conveyor belts are throwing the items into the first level. And you can see they'll, not right now, but eventually this works faster than my trains, and this will back up, and then they're actually going to stop loading stuff. To remedy this, it's actually quite simple. We need only bring a conveyor belt up one level, and then you can see it's now throwing it into the second one. I can't go any more floors up because I think maybe that's something you unlock later. It's pretty obvious that you will probably get the ability to throw items onto the third level somehow as well later on. But right now we can only utilize 2 levels, but that at least doubles our throughput. Now you can see there is 2 buffers loading up at, half the speed each. What are we doing for today's episode, you might be asking yourselves? I think we have completely used up all of our input belts, so that's not good. So we're going to have to utilize some of these upgrade points to get more inputs, I think is the first priority. Can you guys agree? So we'll unlock this one, which gives us another 3 points, which allows us to do our final item. What? It basically wants us to shove this. This is not an easy change to this, because we need to, oh lord. All right, I'll have a think about that. I thought every progression of the milestone we kind of just add one extra thing. If you look at how this has been working, this was like our first milestone, and then to it we just tacked on another quarter circle, and then to it we just tacked on another quarter circle, etc., to get to where we finally want to go. But it looks like over here where we put in, where do we put in the second quarter circle? It's this quarter circle mixed with this quarter circle. Oh, it's actually not as difficult. We just need to paint that quarter circle red. That's fine. Let's have a look at this one first, see if that one's easier to deal with. I think this one is a little bit easier to deal with, because if you notice, this shape is just the same shape rotated, stacked on top of itself. So maybe we'll do that one first. We should probably get our milestones going as well. That one is quite easy. I mean, they say to prioritize milestones, but honestly, I feel like sometimes we need to prioritize our pin tasks, because at the moment, I feel like research is really holding us back. But we can at least get some more vortex inputs. Now we've got 8 per side, I believe. If we go home, we can see that has unlocked another 2 per side. So that will definitely be helpful. We'll rearrange this input as we need it soon. But first, let's make this shape. So this shape is currently being made over down here. We simply have a blue fluid extractor mixing with this shape thing I found exactly here. This extracts exactly the correct shape that I need. So that was convenient. But we will need to now get another row of those to stack with these blues. So let's do that. Unfortunately, that will need to use some extra space platforms, but that shouldn't be a problem now. So we'll just get that going across. Let's see how many platforms that uses. Oh god, it uses quite a bit of platforms. A few hundred platforms. No, that's a lot of platforms. Cool. That's fine. We'll get it to go down this way, and then we want it to turn here. Because this one, we want it to turn... Oh, what's happening with this platform? Great, we want to rotate here. We have our blueprints. If you want to see how we made all these blueprints, you can watch from the start of this series, which the link will be in the description. But anyway, we can get our stacking array that we built a while ago. We need to ensure the right layer is on the right layer. So the right is currently going on the bottom, so that's not good. We'll flip and rotate that so that this blue goes on the bottom, and then this blue, this uncolored one goes on top. And that should very easily give us the shape that we need to output. That's fine. The red one's prodding along. Let's work on this pin task. This pin task is happening very close to home because we found the exact shape that we need to make. So let's just get rid of that for now. Might want to readjust my extract platforms to make this a little bit simpler. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's delete this. Let's take that. We'll cut it. We will put the first one right here. Then we will put some manual extract platforms. Something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Alright, I got an idea. We'll do it like this. We'll get the shape miner. We'll hit tab. Put one here, and we'll put this one to link here. This one. Either way, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I'm going to need a third extractor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I'll put a shape extractor here. Alright. Trying to be smart here because I want another shape extractor here that extracts these cut up squares. Then I need some mining extensions to go here, and then maybe here and here. Can I? Then how will I mine this one? You might ask. That would be silly, wouldn't it? Mining extension. Maybe we should do something like this. Alright, I figured it out, guys. Just future proofing. I've got this one. These three are extending this one. This one is being extended by these three. And then this final one that we'll need one day is being extended over there. So for now, we've got this shape. That's this top bit. Then we just need this one rotated by 90 degrees. We've left plenty of room to do that. No, we haven't. Let's shift this up by 1. Let's shift this up. Let's shift that up by 1 so we can make some room for rotators. We want a 90-degree rotator, and is that giving us the right rotation? I believe it is. Make sure we rehook up all our inputs and outputs, and that way we can get the right rotator shape. I want to hit IO on all of these belts to flush the old shape. Then we've got the right shape. We just need to hook them up to a... Oh, we're running out of space here. Hook them up to a platform that stacks them. Just thinking, yeah, running out of room here. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Where is my stacking platform? It's in my blueprint screen. We get our stacking array. We put it in just like that. We want to ensure the right one is going on the bottom, which it's not. So we'll flip and rotate so that this shape goes on the bottom and then this shape goes on top. We'll add in our space elevators, our space belts, and that will give us the correct final shape. I believe that is looking a lot like this. Great. We have a little issue in terms of where we're going to belt that into our base, because at the moment we don't have space. So I think we'll just do it a little bit simpler, and instead of getting that to come out there, we'll just have it come out the left. Look guys, you're going to have these templates, and sometimes situationally not everything's going to fit perfectly into your templates, so you need to be able to adapt on the fly. So if I go underneath here, maybe I should go underneath here so we give it enough room to rotate. And we want to tab to go underneath, and then we want to connect it, and then we want to come back up. And that should give us this correct shape going into here. That will have this done. Now let's work on this pin task. Now, let's have a look at the process that was being used to make the last shape, which is this thing. Everything will pretty much remain the same, except we've got to get that top right quarter circle into red. Now, where is that top right quarter circle being added, you might be asking? Well, you can see we've got a red quarter circle and a gray quarter circle being merged together to make this quarter circle shape. And then we're putting a regular thing here. But ideally what we want to do is make another one of these to stack onto itself. So that means we need another red array, and we can now replace this old fluid array with this new fluid extraction array. And then we're going to need a second one. So we'll pipe that over. Bear in mind our platforms. What's the, no, not R, C, anchor. Bring that over. Maybe we will bring it over with a 1 space gap. I'll bring that over. And over here, we need to do a very similar thing to this thing. So we're just gonna take this and copy it, and we'll just paste that over here. Maybe we will do it over like here. And then we can space belt that over here. And then we just need whatever this thing is doing, which is painting the quarter circles. And then we need to get this quarter circle thing happening as well. So we'll grab that. We need, let me just cut this for now, and then I'll rehook that up in a second. So we need this one coming out to the right, and we need the stuff from this one hooking up to that. So we'll do that, give it a rotate, anchor, rotate, anchor that way. Something like that. We need to rehook up this tab, no, fluid extractor, tab, and hook that up. That way we can build our mergy platform right here, just like that. And now we should have another set of these things happening. Correcto? Perfection. Look at that. All right. We've got our second set of semicircles, and you may be asking, what do we do with these semicircles? What we need to do is we need to get rid of this part of the array, and we need to merge these semicircles together. Before they were being merged with regular semicircles, now we need to merge them with these semicircles, right? Right. Sorry, I'm just a little bit confused. There's a lot going on here. Trying to modify this thing to work. So if I just stack them either direction, that should give me the correct half circles that I want, stacked half circles, which was then being merged with this square to get my correct shape, right? In theory, I should just be able to now tack this back on to my original system. And voila, just like that, we have made the modifications to our pin task machine that has allowed us to create the final shape. Let me just see if it's actually doing that. Gotta validate your work, guys. Gotta validate your work. So that's giving our double stack circle. That should merge onto our, with these half squares to get the double stack circle with the square. And then finally we merge on another semicircle to get the final shape. I don't see any issues with that. We're gonna let that feed through the system for a bit. And while it's doing that, we'll figure out other things to do. We finished this shape, so let's go back and unlock that. And we will probably kick it off with this shape again. So it looks like it is just the same shape stacked on top of itself once more. Okay, that's fine. Same shape stacked on top of itself again. All right, so that's why I built a third one of these. So instead of this thing outputting this way, I need it to output the other way now. So let's just get rid of this. for now. Now, we need this coming out to the right. So if I just cut this and get that coming out this way, we need only to put on, just trying to figure out the rotation of this shape. So we've got that part, we've got that part. We just need to rotate it again. So this one is similar to this one, but instead of a 90-degree rotator, I believe we just stick in a 180-degree rotator. And that should give us the correct orientation of shape to stack. Then we just need to belt this out. We just need to belt this out, and then we need to put in a stacking array. So we need to cut these belts over here for now. We need to put in another stacking array, just like that. Make sure the right one is on the right one. It is not, I don't think. Now that one needs to be on the bottom, and then this needs to be on top of it. Let's just validate that gives us the right shape. Oh, it looks so confusing, but it definitely looks like the same shape. Great. Now I need to have this piped back into our main base. So why am I doing this in the most complex way possible? Can we not clean this up a little bit? Now that we have extra outputs, let's clean this up a little bit. Let's have this one pipe into here. Let's delete this one. So this one's coming in this side. Ideally, one day it's going to use up all of these, but for now it's going to need to borrow some of the ports over here. So we'll get it to come out like that. Then we'll get that to come out like that, and that, and that. And then this one, that's already right here, it can just come out like that, and it can go into here. Right? Nice and simple. That's giving out the correct shape. We just need to hook up the ports. So that's going to go here. It's still not perfect, guys. Bear with us. We'll get there eventually. We need to unlock another level of inputs. So that will give us that shape for this pin task. Let's just ensure this new pin task is giving the correct shape. It's taking a while to sort of kick over, if you will, but that's fine. Now these two belts can come over together, so this can just come over like that. Doing a little bit of spaghetti here, guys, but a little bit of spaghetti is necessary at times. Got to give some more clearance next time for the belts that are coming in certain directions. Should have lined it up, eh? Like straight dead bang smack center, come in like that. Nice and clean instead of these little turns. But that's fine, we live and we learn. We're running out of platform units, let's just bear that in mind first. Let's check out this thing is outputting the correct shape. So, yep, I think that's looking very good. We've got an operator level to look at. We can claim that, and we are looking really good, guys. Let's have a look at what research we want to go for next, maybe. I'm thinking vortex inputs. Kind of want to get that to level 10. What do I need everything to be faster? Not really. Maybe trains? Trains are cheap. Maybe we'll do one level of each train. That way we can get that happening faster. Let's have a look. If we go home and we have a look at this, we can see there's always big gaps in this. Wait, why is this not unloading? Ah, it's not unloading because remember when I fixed my loader? I didn't fix my unloader. Rightio. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, so that's probably completely backed up my train for ages. So if I go up one level and then I just come down, why do you not like that? How do I know which one is which? This one, alright. I don't know. We're just gonna have to test. So that's coming out of the top level. We need that to come down. Perfect. Sorry, I've completely forgotten that we need to So we did fix the loading portion. We'd never fixed the unloading portion. Now we have fixed the unloading portion, and that should be working a lot better. Great. That is done. That will let us unlock more cargo. Do we want more cargo or more train speed? Let's go with more train speed first, I'm thinking. So if we go to our technologies, that's not how you get to technologies. We'll get more train speed. How about that? Get our trains a little bit more functional. That can never hurt. And we will continue on. Hey, check this out. This thing is finally starting to come over. So with that being done, we can now start working on this thing. I think I made a mistake in using platforms here, but we can replace that with trains now that we know how they work. Probably need to make some blueprints for loading and unloading stations. We'll definitely get that done. It's not a problem at all. It's the fun of this game, guys, just making different blueprints and trying different things. All right, we've got to make this shape. This shape is the same shape as before, but it's just painted green and rotated. That's very easy. We can just go back over here. We've got a green right next to the red. So why don't we just have this thing copied and placed on the other side. Just like that. We need this shape output rotated 180 degrees. So why don't we replace some of these with rotators? We have a little rotator pattern that we used last time. So it looked something like this. We just chuck two rotators here, 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 and here. And then we just do that, 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 that. And then we just output everything. Beautiful. That should give us that same shape, but rotated 180 degrees, which will allow us to paint that green. So we build our fluid extractor right here, and then we will want to mix the fluids with this thing by piping the fluid from here over to here, and then we will tack on our next platform. Or are we running out of platforms? No, we're not. All right, so we can do a painting array. We got to make sure that the fluids are coming out, which they're not. So we hit F to flip. And now we've got fluids coming in here. We've got green fluid coming in here. We've got the right shape coming out there. So in theory, this should give us green painted these things. Now we need to take these green painted these things, and then we need to mix it with these red things. So let's bring a space belt. And we'll just bring it around here. We'll anchor it here and we'll go there. We'll cut this belt now. We'll cut this belt and we'll go one, rotate there. And then we just need to build ourselves a lovely little stacking array. It doesn't matter what shape goes which side because... Wait, why is this not red anymore? Oh my lord, I've done a boo-boo, guys. That's not the thing we want to mix. We want to go over here and mix it with this thing, because that's already red. Great. We'll build our stacking array, and again, it doesn't matter which side has which shape, it will all work. Beautiful. So now we've got our green shapes coming out here. They're rotated correctly. Our red shapes coming out here. They're not rotated correctly. What is going on? What? Didn't I rotate it 180 degrees? I am a silly Billy. Why would I rotate these 180 degrees like a Muppet? These do not need to be rotated 180 degrees. They need to be rotated 90 degrees. Learn your maths, kid. There we go. 180 degree rotation on this thing is going to give me the exact same shape I started with. How silly. Let's go I, O, O, I, O, I, O, I. Just to flush out all the incorrect shapes, get that working a bit faster. So we've got that shape going, we've got that shape going. We need to finish off this one. I think that's the last shape in this thing, which will give us a lot of points. Lovely. And those lots of points is going to let us upgrade our train capacity. Woohoo! I think I want to focus on vortex inputs next, but we'll see once we get the points. We won't rush to unlock everything. We'll see what else has allowed us to unlock. Trains green allows you to build green trains and rails for more route options. Gives you all these different colored trains. I'm not sure what that is. Vortex train delivery. I believe that is the thing we definitely want. Train filler wagon. Allows you to build filler wagons which can be used to space out other wagons. Okay. Fluid wagon allows you to transport fluids. So we can't transport fluids via trains at the moment, but that's perfectly fine. We can paint everything on site. That's it. Is that everything that we can unlock? That's fine. I don't think there's anything pressing we need to unlock. So I believe the correct thing we should do is focus on upgrades. Yeah, definitely focusing on upgrades would be the right move at this stage of the game. We'll get our belts moving faster. We'll get all our cutting, stacking, and things maxed out. And once they're maxed out, we can build like the final iteration of the blueprints, if you will, because we'll know exactly how many things we need for each array. Great. Let me just, since some time has passed, just validate that this shape is coming out correctly. Yep, we built a bunch of crap, but at some point, that is, yeah. Cool. Look, at some point we're going to be getting the right shape now. Not now, but eventually. There you go. Look at that. We've got that right shape coming out. Great. Final task for this thing. Bit annoying, but that's fine. We can get that working. A bit annoying in the sense that I can't make a full belt of this because obviously I'm utilizing everything right now. So I'm gonna have to split this half belt out a bit. So let's get rid of this. I assume space belts work exactly the same way as regular belts. What I mean by that is, this is so annoying. I want to just, I don't want to, while I'm kerfuffling with this stuff, stop the extraction of all of these items. So I just want to like rehook this up, but at the right location to give myself plenty of room to work. Stop that. Stop that, belts. Just stop that. What we want to do is we want to take this and rotate it, and then we want to output it. So we don't want to just pinch the whole belt. We want it to split. So we want to take a splitter over here like that. We want to build a little foundation for it. This is going to be a very little custom job. 5, 1. All right. So half of that should go here, half of that should go here, which is great because then I can build 4 of these belts. And with these 4 belts, I need to build rotators. So we need 2 rotators per belt. So something like that. I'll just give it a little bit of space because I don't know which direction. We need to rotate it to such that it goes up. So that's the wrong direction. We need this rotator. I believe that gives us the right rotation. And then we just need to output the results of that rotation back over to here. Cool. Give it a quick copy. Flip. And put it here. Now we've got the right shape. We just need to merge it with this. So it's going to slow it down, but speed is not an issue in this game. Doing a throughput of a full belt is only a challenge that I sort of set for myself because, you know, we like to be efficient. If things can be saturated, we like them to be saturated. So I just need a stacking array and we need to make sure the right shape goes on the right level. This is not the right way. This way is the right way. That should give us our correct final output, and then we should be able to just simply attach that on and feed that into our base. Great, so this is done, or will be done at some point. It'll be done very slowly, unfortunately. This is almost done. Eventually we're gonna have to just mix this shape with this shape. Is that how that milestone works? Let's check my milestones. Yeah, this is just on the bottom and this is just on top. Very simple, and that will allow us to complete milestone number 5, unlocking pin pusher. What the hell is a pin pusher? I'm trying to figure out what it's doing. based on the picture. I have no idea. We're gonna just have to unlock and find out. But that won't be for some time. So in the meantime, we shall do some more tasks to get research points. That's going to be done. Let's unlock the new task. It's called number 11, colorful star. How do we build colorful star? Look at that. It gives us this. This was a very iconic shape in the first iteration of the game, I believe. I think it marked like the completion of the tutorial or something like that. But let's see how this thing is built up. So it starts off with a part of a star and a red quarter circle. We add another part of a star, then we add the third part of the star. All right, so basically we just start off with a full star. We just start off with star quarters and we just keep adding on the star quarters, right? There's no sense in, unless this shape just exists out in the wild, but I don't think so. So then once we have the star quarters, we just tack on a quarter square and then we tack on a quarter circle on top of that. That's not particularly difficult. So we just need red, we will need blue, and we need stars and circles and squares. So we need a little bit of everything. I'm going to just quickly zoom out of the map and figure out where I can be doing that. Alright guys, I'm back. I found a nice little area where there's like sort of star, circle, square things going on, especially this shape, because yeah, this shape is looking remarkably similar. But we got squares here, we got squares here, we got stars here, we got quarter circles here, we got red, we got blue, all sort of close. The whole setup is a little bit far from base. Oh no, I've lost it. I'll be right back. It kind of lagged for a second. Nope, it's over here. Alright, let me build a quick extractor here so I don't lose it again. A lot of the planning of this factory game is just all about figuring out where you're going to build stuff. So let's do the quarter circle red first. So we've got a red here, we got quarter circle. We'll take a quarter circle out of here. So we will just make ourselves a little platform and figure out how to cut this quarter circle. Do I need to rotate it before I cut it? Let's have a look. So the cutting cuts this way, so it's going to remove the part I need. I do need to rotate it. I think I can rotate it in any direction, really. Yeah, let's go this way. And let's see what that gives us. Yep, that gives us the quarter circle on the right half. So we can just go ahead, cut that. Then that should give us the right quarter circle. I think we need to rotate it again and then just give it another cut. Perfect. Now we got quarter circles. We need to copy this over and route in the input, take out the output, and route this one around the other side. Oh, space is getting tight on this platform. Copy that, give it a flip, and paste that in. Now we have a full belt of quarter circles. We need to paint those quarter circles red, and we have our red fluid right here, on top of which we can go to the blueprints and grab our fluid extractor, because we've kept everything awesome, organized, and modular. Now we've got our fluids, we've got our red circles. We need only to merge them together. Really, that can happen anywhere, because I'm going to train delivery system this back home. So yeah, let's get this happening. We'll just belt this out this way. No, not with the train. Wait, that's not the train, right? That is a space belt. We need a fluid belt this way, and we need a space belt this way. Cool. Can I rotate that? Yep, that looks good to me. We need only our painting array to put it in here. Make sure the fluid's coming out the right way, and it is. That'll get us red quarter circles, to which we need to merge quarter stars. And we have stars right here, so we can pull this out. And I think we can essentially just do that. I'm just thinking, do we need to get this orientated correctly? Because the stars don't just go randomly, right? So if the red circle is here, I'm just thinking if I rotate it 90 degrees that way, the star is there. So the star has to be in the top left. Gotcha. Alright, So I think this thing prevails. I mean, it's got an extra little rotation in there, but I'm too lazy to rebuild it. So we'll just take what we got. It will give us the correct stars, I believe. No, it's giving us the quarter circle. Of course it is, because it's off the exact same bloody thing. Alright, I'm going to need to modify this a little bit. I believe all I need to do is remove the original rotation out of it. And that should give us now stars on the top right. It's fine. Except that's not fine, because we need to, trying to be efficient turned out to be more work. So the stars are there. Where did we say we want the stars? Because the quarter red circle is there and it's rotated one that way. So the stars in theory need to be rotated that way. So the stars need to be on the top left. So at the moment the stars are on the top right. We need to rotate it such that it's on the top left. Perfect. We'll copy that. We will put that there. And we will route in some more input, route out some more output, and everything will be dandy. How's everyone enjoying this game? Have you guys been having a blast like me, or have you been like super stressed and not knowing what to do and building spaghetti factories? Let us know in the comments. Great. I got a bunch of rubbish, which maybe I can get rid of by deleting these and putting new ones in, and that should be getting us these quarter stars. Alright, I want this out, so let's go that, and we'll rotate, and we need this to be friends with this. And there's no better way to make friends than with a stacking array, so we'll do that. Order does not matter, so that should give us this shape in the wrong orientation, but if you imagine a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation, that is the correct shape. We good. We need to deliver that shape for the time being. I want to create some room out here, but eventually we want to deliver this via train. So let's have a look at our home and see what can be delivered by train, or specifically if I deliver this by train, to which end can I deliver it? This is done. So let's do a little bit of base cleanup. If we unlock this, we get our tokens. I don't think there's any research to be had right now. We need quite a bit to do the various research. Just let me remind myself what research we're going for. We did say there's nothing in the unlocks. A cutter. West half and east half of every shape. Swapper. Trash. Cutter. Is this like a cutter variation? Why do I need to unlock the cutter? Show locked. Show completed. I'm gonna assume this is the other half of the cutter. It's a 6 research point investment, but it'll be super handy if this separates the west half and east half of any shape. Is that not what mine already does? Swaps the halves. Swapper swaps the west half of 2 shapes. So if I bring in that, I get that. Oh god, this thing could be useful. Let's save our points. We'll save our points and we will get back to work. Let's remove this little horrible contraption that we've built, because we don't need that anymore. We've completed the task associated with that. This thing over here is part of our milestone, so that's here to stay forever. What we do need is a train platform that goes in here. So let's I think this is a blueprint, right? These 3 things. If we save that and we call it, not only that though, can we save it with this input? No, we can't. So if we control S that, we'll call that cargo train cargo unload. And then we will plop that down over here. Something like that. Then we've got the station, we've got the stop. Now we need our train platform to sort of go across. And I'm thinking, can we do something like that? No, that's a belt, sorry. Train rail. Yeah, that's silly. Yeah, I'm gonna build a massive train rail kind of like this way, because in the future, I want like an X shape, a train rail that comes north, south, east, west. That way, anything we need to transport will just be automatically done by train. I think train rails are going to be the way to go, right? There's not going to be any ifs, thens, or buts about this. If, ums, or buts? How do you say that? Because there is no better way to transport things other than rail. How do I build this train rail going this way, but pulling this way? I can't. I need to go... Alright. We'll go that. We'll just use the arrow key to go that way. So let's go that way. Mad. We've got a massive train rail that deals with everything we need it to deal with. So we can put our station somewhere here. I don't know how fast a train's going to be able to service this whole thing, but let's put in our train station. So I just want one. I think I only need one locomotive, because locomotive? Why are you sad? It's having errors. Why are you having errors? It's got a train. It loops around. Wish it tells me the error that it is. It's not an error. It knows what it's doing. I mean, it says it's an error. Silly me. A locomotive actually needs a wagon. Watch. Once it's got a wagon, trains are spawning. Alright, we need a loading platform, right? So we go shift 5-5. That gives us platforms. Actually, we don't need a shift 5-5 platform. We just need a loading platform, a regular shape loader. So we'll just up that way, give it a little flip, rotate. That's going the right way. We need a stop. And I think this forms the start of a pattern. We'll just control S that and call that the train loading station. Train loader. Comes with a locomotive and everything, guys. Great, we've got our loading platform, onto which I don't think we can shove a belt directly. We can shove a belt directly. Unfortunately, what am I thinking? It's not going to do that elevation thing, right? So I think we need to make our own platform on top of that. So we just want belts coming in. 4 to be precise, but 2 going up and 2 going down. Is it there? And then E to go up? Is that how it looks? Yep, that is right. Alright, great. So we'll call this train loader. Great. So we've got our pattern now for trains, which is excellent. In fact, oh man, why didn't I connect this? Alright, so I've connected it now. We'll do that one more time. Train loader. Great. Now, all we need to do is connect belts onto that, and that'll deliver it back home. So let's grab this belt, and you might be wondering why I didn't do it that way, and that would be a very, very sensible question. Should I? No, we're gonna work that way, and then we'll just route everything back. How about that? Because we ain't short on these platforms, and this will give us plenty of room to work with. So we'll do something like that, and then that goes in. So this shape, it's going to go on the train, and the train's going to send it off back home. Probably want some train speed, because I don't know how fast this is going to go. We'll keep an eye on it, but that will satisfy this. This is being satisfied at the moment, so we've got nothing to do but do more pinned tasks. So if we go to our tasks, let's have a look and see what's next. So that's going to all happen. We've set it up such that it's all good. This is going to be stack cut. What is this? We start off with a full blue square. Okay, that's simple. On top of that, we chuck on a regular circle, then we cut it in half, then we cut it into quarters, and then we do that again to have 2 of these. Right. That's fine. I mean, I might just be lazy and just take whatever output is that into 2 belts and just do that. But we'll see. Let's have a look at our operator level. We've got this going on again, which is excellent. Our operator level is now 8, and we're apparently top 46% worldwide. Yay, we're almost average, guys. Almost average. Anyway, getting distracted. Let's go back to our tasks. Let's pin this blue square and not worry about too many things. So, with this blue square, I just need blue, a square, and a circle. So I'm gonna go look for where to do that, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back, guys. You know, I looked everywhere, and surprisingly, there is no convenient blue square circle, except right here at the start of our base area. So maybe we'll just do it over here, I guess. We'll pull it this way, maybe, and then maybe we'll take the blue from here. Blue square. Alright, let's just take the square from here, we'll take the blue from here. And then we'll deal with the rest as we go. Spaghetti might be spaghetti, but we will figure it out, guys. Don't you worry. Alright, blue. Might as well do the combining close to home. There's no point creating too much space. We'll bring our fluid extractor. Getting a lot of blueprints now. That's what we like to see. We want everything nice, optimized, efficient, organized. That way we can easily make any shapes this game throws at us. Oh. What happened? It just like it just like snapped out of my control. It wouldn't let me do anything. Cool. Want that. And then I just need my painting array and plop that down and flip it. Excellent. So that should give us blue squares. We just want to hook that up straight to base. I can decommission this shape. The shape is no longer a thing that we require. So let's follow this trail back. And I think I can just get rid of all of that. I don't think I need any of that or any of that. Great. We got a lot of our platform units back, which is great. Now, blue squares. Is that happening? Blue squares is happening, I think. Blue is slowly coming. Squares is slowly coming. We just need a thing that comes down like this. Great. Excellent. So we've got blue squares. Now there's always multiple ways to make every shape. If you see me doing something stupid, feel free to just put the timestamp and what stupid thing I've done in the comments, because I don't know if I'm doing everything the right way. And if I'm making stupid mistakes, please correct me so I don't keep doing it in future videos. We're on the next stage of Milestone 6 now. We just need to combine the 2 shapes that we had already made for the previous parts of the milestone. I love how this game does everything in sections. It's kind of like a little tutorial, right? It teaches you how to build up to this shape instead of just going, blah, make this shape. So literally we've got both these like right here near home. I could just smash and combine them somewhere. I think I'll do exactly that. How convenient is that? We just got to do that. Make this one curve around. Drop a stacking platform. My stacking array down here. Make sure the top shape is the top shape and the bottom shape is the correct bottom shape, which it is. Hook that in there, and bam, just like that, we've got the final shape. Not too difficult at all, guys. Not too difficult at all. Excellent. All right, look at that. That is, just validate that is making the correct final shape. Does it tell me here? That looks very much like the correct final. Oh, but wait, it is not. Do you guys notice this little sneaky detail? This shape is not entirely symmetric. This thing is green and our thing that points to it is red. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. This is why you need to validate your work before you just assume that everything is correct and everyone's happy. Not a hard fix. We chuck in a platform and we just need to put in a rotation array. I think we just need to rotate it 90 degrees in any direction, and that should be very happy with us. So we just put 2 rotators down. Do I even need to copy and paste this? I don't think so. I will copy and paste this once I output it though. So once you get your patterns down, honestly, nothing in this game is going to intimidate you. That's the good thing. That's the thing I love about Shapez 2, is it teaches you all about modular design. You start small and then you just build your way up one step at a time. Keep every step clean and you will have a very organized and non-spaghettified factory. And if you make a mistake or anything needs to be slightly changed, it shouldn't be a headache to do so. So we've modified that shape now. Has this thing updated to tell me I am now giving the correct shape? It is indeed showing future shapes will be correct. It's got the green at the correct corner, right? Before it was kind of rotated 90 degrees, that top shape. Great. We are done. Milestone 6 will slowly tick up, which gives us plenty of time to do some of these pinned tasks. This thing's about to complete. Why is my blue square not going yet? Most likely because the blue takes forever to travel. And is it there? It is there. It is there. It is there. Blue squares are coming. We don't have to worry. It is slowly making its way over. So let's get this pinned task going a bit. Get ready for this next section. So I'm pretty happy with how fast the train's delivering this stuff. I mean, every cart was 580 or something like that. So it's not terrible. So we should get ready for the next stage because we're about to tick over. We need only another quarter star thing, which we should just be able to grab with this. And then we'll put that there. Should have started a bit lower, right? That's fine. We'll take that. These factories, because they're not permanent, they don't need to be perfect. They are all temporary factories. The ones for the milestones are permanent, so you do definitely want to make sure the ones that you're doing for your milestones are built to perfection. Speaking of which, we probably, once we finish this milestone, need to replace this with trains, because we can't be tying up 2,000 conveyor belts, taking all that over. But that is perfectly fine for now. We've got our stars coming out here, but we don't want it in this corner. We want it opposite of this corner, right? Whatever stars coming out here, we want it to be the opposite of that, which means just a simple 180 degree flip. So this is a 90 degree turn. We want this to do a 180 degree turn. Is that what I'm thinking? I mean, is that correct? Let me just validate that theory by picking these belts and flushing them. Okay, so this gives me the star at the bottom left. This gives me the star at the... No, that's not the right direction. I don't want it bottom left. I want it bottom right. So I don't want a 90 degree turn. I just want a clockwise 90 degree turn. Silly me, clockwise 90 degree turn. That is what I want. It actually tells me when I do the rotator which direction it's going to come out. So no excuse for that. Sorry guys. Excellent. Look at that, guys. Look at that. We have got all of our stuff happening at the right angles. Why do I still see some that are slightly different? O-I, 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 O-I. Alright, cool. We've got the right one happening here. That one's happening that way. So that should give us the correct diagonal to just simply merge with the output of that. So let's delete this for now. Let's space belt that over here and then give it a little rotate. We'll space belt that out here, give it a bit of a rotate, and then we need only stack these together with a stacking array, and we just belt that back out. Let's connect it like horribly for now, but that's fine. Great, to our train, and that should sort that out. And perfect timing, our blue squares are sorted. So all we need to do is chuck a regular circle on top of it with a stacking array. So that is happening over here, the blue squares. I need to bring circles over. Circles are right down here, a little bit annoying, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a loop-de-loop to get it to go over there. Let me figure out the cleanest way to do that, or alternatively, since the squares are here, maybe I should just merge the circle like here, right? That would be a much cleverer way to do things. So let me do that. We need first an extractor. So if we go to our blueprints page, we can take our extractor, blueprints extractor, take that out, grab some circles, grab a space belt, go over here, hit tab. Oh, nope, that doesn't work like that. Go over here. Nope, that doesn't work like that. Go 1 and then go tab, click that, hop this thing, and then we go 1 again and go this way. We want to line it up here, and instead of blue going into our factory, we want it to do something like this. And then we need to do a little bit of a stacky stack, which we just use our stacking array to do. We rotate, ensure that the right shape is stacked onto the right thing, which it is. The blue goes on the bottom, the circle goes on the top, and off we go to the races. Excellent. So we've got these two shapes happening. I think we are in such a good position that I'm tempted to fix up my shape array here. Tempted kind of to do that, but at the same time, not really. Nah, I'll leave it. Do I have a spare input is my question. I know that's not being used. That is being used. That is being used. I have a spare input. What is this inputting? Nothing. That's my train. That's not a spare input. Once train comes, it will... Wait. How is this being delivered? Because I haven't even properly hooked up the output of this train thing yet. Alright. I was going to fix this by using an extra platform. It's silly for us to... Wait. What is happening? Everything's being output from this bottom row into all 4 rows, but the top stuff is not being consumed. So, okay, so basically what it's saying is it doesn't care whether it comes from the top one or the bottom one, but if you take all 4 belts out of the bottom one, it's going to throw everything out of the bottom one. Right, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I can't fix this right now, but I'll fix it in the future. What I was going to do is create a little mini platform so I don't have to deal with this every single time. I just know I'm going to forget every single time to get these conveyors coming out properly. So let me remedy this real quick. Bear with me, guys. We need to go up 1 level, grab the conveyor from here, and then we go down and connect. Go up 1 level, grab the conveyor from here, and then we go down and connect. There we go. Now we're emptying that top one. Excellent. So that is happening. That is happening. And I think we were checking whether we have enough inputs to handle another task. And I believe we do. I believe we do. This is not being used at all anymore. It's just an empty input. Given that we have an empty input, I believe what we can do is take on another task while we're waiting for everything to happen. So let's do this. This is the red painted square, but eventually I need a green painted square, and then I need to do some stuff to it. Red one, green one, and then that one's just that cut in half. And then I need to cut the red, cut the green, and then merge them, and then just stack a circle on top. That doesn't sound very hard. I just need a red square with paint. So I might need to borrow the squares from here again, and then I need red paint. Okay, that doesn't. Let's do it on the other side. Square, square, square. This is just square with red and green paint. I don't see why this is so difficult. Maybe I want to find another square over here. Right? Square with red and green paint. There's a square with red and green paint, and there's a circle over here too. So let's just do it here, and then we'll transport it over by rail or something like that. Or we'll transport it over by belt. Haven't decided yet, but let's just do the red square first. Where's my full square and a red? I think we'll use this. So let's build ourselves an extractor. We're getting faster at this, if you haven't noticed. So that's why we're kind of got more tasks we can do while waiting for stuff to happen. When we get really fast, if you want this to happen faster, we can always double up. So we need to build a, I'm saying we're getting faster and then now I'm confused. We build a thing, a fluid extractor, we build our belt, we'll get it to extract this way. Then we just need to paint because why, it's just a very, very straightforward job. Painting array. Wait, am I seeing blueprints have a toolbar? Oh my lord. Extractor, fluid extractor, painting array, stacking array. How is this the first time I've noticed this? Tip for you guys, blueprints have a toolbar. Put your blueprints in the toolbar. How do I get to the blueprints toolbar? Shift 7. So 1 is now my extractor, 3 is my painting array. Yes. Now that I have the squares, I need to get them back to base. I probably want to go by train. So all I need to do is put a loader somewhere. Oh, I don't need to hit B anymore. Got to get used to that. A train loader. We will put this there. We want the train to be going that way. So let's give it some space in case we need it to work. We need our Shift 6 is trains. Not used to trains yet. No, I don't want trains. Shift 5, 1 to get the belt to the train. That should load everything onto the train at the right levels. Now I need an unloader over here somewhere. Where can I unload? This is all a mess at the moment, but that is fine. We will unload it right here for now, and we will decide what to do with the train in a bit. So the unloader, I wanted to modify the blueprint a little bit. So instead of the, that's a train loader. We got the unloader that looks like that. We need to do a little flip-de-flip because we want that to go, we want the rail to be going that way. Alright, maybe I'll do it like that. Then we do a flip-de-flip. And we'll get the roll to go in that way. Okay, let's get rid of this. So we want the unloader, which is this. We want the rail, we want the input to be going in here, and then the rail to be going that way, right? I'll just do it centered. I want my train to be centered. So to do that, we need to get this going. Let me think. I want an extra platform worth of space, because what I want to do on this platform as part of the unloading, if we drop a platform in here, I want this multi-layer thing that we do as part of the blueprint, because I don't want to be dealing with this input-output multi-layer crap every single time. So if I do that and come down like that, nope, that doesn't work. See how annoying this thing is? So we go up, take that, go down, and then go like that, come up, take that, go down, come out like that, come out like that, like that. Great. See how much easier this is? Now this little platform is part of my blueprint. I just want to save it. So this is called the train cargo unload. Not very consistent naming convention, guys, but that's fine. Train cargo unload. Confirm. All right, great. We've got the blueprint. Now we just need to hook up our 2 train stations. So we need to where is this thing? Over here somewhere, and that needs to go there. So let me just go horizontally first. Shift 8 is trains. No, Shift 6 is trains. And we can just grab a rail and we can just go across. How far across, you ask? Oh, this is so annoying to place. All the way to the center of the world. Somewhere like here, right? And then this thing needs to go along here. So I'm just going to go down with my down arrow and make the train rail. You know, I wonder if I can do it both ways, or does it actually matter? But we got to delete this and give this belt a little hop-de-hop. So Shift 5, 1, tab gives it a hop-de-hop. Shift 6, 1 goes back to train rails, right? I wonder if train rails are bi-directional. Like, does it matter if I do that? Or it does matter? Yeah, it does matter. They're not bi-directional. They are very much directional. Cool. so that's all connected, and I don't think there's any issues, but we will keep an eye on the trains. Hopefully this will be able to take my painted red stuff and load it onto a train and unload it into the station. I don't see there's any issues. There is a train with cargo on it, and it is the painted red squares I can see. Once it arrives at this station, hopefully that will unload itself. Great. Alright guys, we are reaching the episode time limit, so it is time to say goodbye for this episode. But I hope you've been enjoying watching me slowly build up my factory. Look at all these wonderful shapes that are falling into the void forever. We've been slowly building up our factory. We've getting through milestone 6, which will unlock us something called a pin pusher next milestone. So definitely going to be doing that next. And we should be definitely doing that next episode, right? I think so. We're working through our pin tasks to get more research points because we want to try to get to the final level of our things. Because once everything's at its final level, then we should be able to build everything in a much more like final form of all our blueprints. Like we will try to condense everything down into one platform or something like that. But yeah, we're all progressing along. Everything's going well. I think stacking maybe will be my next upgrade, so stay tuned for that. But that is all. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you next episode. Have a good one, guys.